This video is made possible by today's video sponsor, which is Dadude. And I've been almost religiously recommending these products on this channel for about 2 years now because you get loads for your money and the performance is excellent. For this type of hairstyle to look the best, I'd recommend using some form of texturizing spray. The sea salt spray is a great choice. You'll find links to this one and the other products in the description below if you want to try them for yourself, as well as a cheeky discount code. For this hairstyle, you don't need huge volume, but an extra bit of added texture with this stuff is going to be the right amount. You need to start this hairstyle with freshly washed hair, nice and clean, ready for the products. So now I'm applying the sea salt spray, a nice light covering over the whole head. And as with the majority of hairstyles that I recommend, you're going to need some form of hairdryer and a hairbrush. And if you want to get the best results whilst being safe with your scalp, make sure you change your hairdryer to fast speed but medium temperature. This is going to act to both dry the hair but also help to style it. For this type of hairstyle, I initially start by combing all of the hair over, sort of in the way I want to style it later. This will help to force the hair to sit in that direction. Next, I go over it with the brush in like a zigzag motion. This will help to create an extra bit of texture in the hair too. For this hairstyle, I'll be using the hairdryer to blow the hair in the direction I want the style. In some cases, you can blow in the opposite direction to get extra volume, but with this hairstyle, it's not really necessary. But what I will be doing is using a round brush to then scoop up sections of the hair and then pull them up and across to the side. You don't need too much force here, you don't want to rip the hairs out, but just a little bit of motion can add a tiny bit of volume. And gradually, you'll see the effect of the sea salt spray. It makes this kind of hairstyle way easier to start with. And just make sure you've got the hair at the back of the head sorted as well. You may not be able to see it at first, but sometimes this can be sticking out like Sonic the Hedgehog. So make sure you use the brush and then comb this in the correct direction as well. And I'm also just going to make sure that the other side of the parting is secured as well. So now I've got the basic structure in my hair and it's in generally the right sort of style. Now it's time for the styling product. The Dow Wax has been my go-to styling product for probably 18 months now because the hold is excellent and it provides a nice matte finish for a hairstyle just like this one. It works well with fine and thin hair because it grips a lot, and also it doesn't leave a greasy finish. You can't see through to the scalp with this stuff, which is awesome. This stuff is powerful, so I'm only going to start by using a tiny amount on my fingertip. With other products you need a lot more. With this you need barely anything. I'm just going to spread this evenly between the hands to make sure I can apply it easily to the hair. And then I'm going to apply the product right down to the roots, making sure I'm covering all the areas from the back right to the front. In other videos where I wanted to get, big pompadour style, you've seen me in motions going towards the back of my hair. But for this one, because we're coming across to the side, I'm just running my fingers through and pulling it across to the side slightly. And what I'm also doing with this one is moving some of the hairs that are at the back of my head. I'm sort of pushing them forward slightly as well. This just ensures that from a side perspective, the hair looks as good as possible. With the Dow Wax, there's no real need to put a comb through this while styling either. Using some simple scrunching motions with your hand can add any extra texture. And boom, we're pretty much sorted. The hair is in the place that it wants to be. You've got the overall slick style with a little bit of volume and plenty of life. The hold from the Dow Wax, in all truth, is very strong anyway. But if you've got hair that tends to flop down a lot, then I'd highly recommend using some form of hairspray. And as you may have seen with the other products as well, with the Dadude ones, you get an absolute ton for your money. A light misting of this from about 10 inches away and you're sorted. You don't need to touch or fiddle with your hair after this point. That's going to be locked and loaded and ready to go. And you've now got a hairstyle that'll look great even if your hair's quite thin, really easy maintenance, and it optimizes what you've got on your head. I've been recommending these products for ages on my channel. Feel free to go and check some of the videos out. If you use it properly, you won't be disappointed.